Hello, myself Anmol Kumar Mishra. I am student of IIT Kharagpur. My roll number is 21EC30060. This is my first DIY project assignment 1. I use the FreeCAD software to make the iPhone 12 model. By using the sketcher option, I draw a rectangle. I use the pad option to pad the rectangle into cuboid. After padding this, I use the fillet option to curve all the corners of this cuboid. I use the cuboid option to make this camera cuboid box and the cylinder option for this circular cameras and cut out these circles by using the boolean operation. As you can see, camera is cut out and speaker cutouts and the LED light cutouts to cameras, as you can see in this figure. After completing the rear part, I come to the front part. I use the cuboid option for draw the screen, which is 1 centimeter above the body part, and I use the fillet option to curve all the corners of the screen. Then I come to the notch part of this model. I use the cuboid option also, and by using the fillet option, I curve out two corners and with larger radius than the other two corners. I use the cylinder option for two cameras and one sensor. I use a sketcher option for designing these microphones. I use the grid lines for making the speaker part in the notch button, as we can see in this figure. After completing the body, come to the power button. I use the cuboid option by using the fillet to curve out the two corners and fit into the body, and we get the power button. And on the next side, I use the similar method for making the volume rocker buttons by filleting the corners, circular corners, and the no, after making the rocker button, I come to the silent ringer switch, in which I use the cuboid option and two cuboid, which is smaller in dimension, and by this. And after come to the charger part, I use the same thing, and by using boolean operation, I cut it out. After completing the project, I convert into STL file. As we can see, STL file in Xcode software. This is my model. As we can see, done and converted into STL file. I make it into Ultimate Cura option, and in Cura option, I switch the settings, and in material options, I use the 200-degree temperature and 60-degree temperature, as we can see, and decrease the density at a 10% infinite density, and then I use the slice option for slicing the project. As we can see, the details 46 grams, 3 hours 4 minute total time. And after the preview option, we can see the printing is started. As total take 3 hours 4 minutes, 45 gram props. Thank you. My project is completed.